It's time for some coffee. It's time for the family to come together. Good morning. Let me find you online, and I'm going to share this out and ask that you share it out as well. And yes, we are live. Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm just going to share. We have people on. Say good morning if you're here. That way I know that it's you. Okay, so I shared it out. Now let me get, and so I can see who's here. Julie Kiss, good morning. Good morning, Deirdre. Sally, good morning. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Gabby. How's everybody doing? Sally says, I am alive. Yeah. That was kind of doubtful this morning for me. I'm like, wow, what a day. Good morning. Oh my gosh, Gabby, you have to come to this lake. You have to come here and see Tony and Sally. What an amazing, amazing time I am having here. Just beautiful. I don't want to leave this place. My sister, Billy Hawkins, good morning to you. Good morning, Shimona and Rosellen. Good morning. Oh my God, this is so good. Let me just set my phone down so I can see you all. Okay, there you are. It's Tuesday. We made it through Monday. And if you missed the land blessing, my apologies for technical difficulties. Well, it's not my fault, but I just wanted everybody to be there live while we were doing it because it was so powerful. And I guess me and the angels got to have a talk about this internet issue and technology so that we can be live when they happen, because they're very powerful when you're right there in the moment with it happening. And Gabby says, I was in Michigan when I was 19, but didn't see the lake. Oh, Sally, thank you, honey. I feel like this is home. You know, you just go into some places and you get that feeling that it's you belong. And that's how it feels here in Michigan. It's like as soon as I crossed the state line, I felt like I belonged here. And I love all of the country that's here. And I told Sally last night, I didn't realize that it was so rural here in Michigan. I grew up in the country. I grew up in the hills of Kentucky. So being around here where there's so much open spaciousness, open land, there's not concrete everywhere like in the city. It's just so beautiful and welcoming. And I'm just honored to be here at the time that I'm here. I think it'll only be a couple more days, so I'll be moving onward to probably Pennsylvania will be the next stop. But I'm not going to want to go. They're going to have to push me out the door here. Gabby, yes, the drumming and the bowls. Oh my gosh, that just really lifts me to a higher vibration anyway. So having it right there at the water. And I know I took my bowl, Angel Heart, I took her down to the water's edge and just played, because that water was responding to us being there. You could just feel the shift. You could feel the energy, and you could hear her words. And yeah, I feel like Lake Michigan is a she. It's a feminine energy. It was just so powerful and so beautiful. And what was awesome is as they were playing the drums and the singing bowls, the birds just started gathering. They just started swirling toward the energy of it. They really responded. And it's so beautiful what's happening with these land blessings. I've noticed now a consistency as I've gone to different places. And it's not something that I've planned. It's not something that I've said, okay, this time we're going to do this or we're going to do it that way. But the consistency is that every time I go into a place, I know exactly where the spot is. They just set my attention right to the spot where it's going to happen. And at each spot, there's been a peace sign. There's been the peace sign and there's been hearts. So that's a huge evidence that I'm in the right spot. And then the animals come, and then the children come, and there's laughter. So at every land blessing, we've had consistently all of that that has surrounded the blessing. And I really feel the importance of having children nearby. I think the children, our future generation, they are going to be the ones to really bring forward this peace on earth. They're really going to feel that powerful need to have it happen. And this is the time to teach them. This is the time to make this shift happen, to let our young people know how important it is to see each other, to love each other, to honor and respect each other. And that's what peace is all about. As I was looking out over that beautiful lake last night, I could feel peace. I could really just stay there. I could just stay at that place and not go anywhere else. And I would be insanely happy because it was just touching my heart so much to be in that energy of peace. So, did you all feel that as you were watching it? Those of you that did see it, it was like so immense in the air, just peace. It was like, just be, don't do anything, just stand there and be. And I played the singing bowl out to the water and I felt the water really respond. And yeah, it was so loud, Gabby, as the energy came in. And that sunset over the water, I have never seen a sunset like that before. And I've seen many sunsets, but it is so amazing. And we watched it go all the way down into the water, into the horizon where you couldn't see it anymore. And just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I guess what your comments are. Deirdre, my friend Pino, Jose Flores, wanted to thank us for the prayers that saved him from a complicated surgery. One more success story to add to our family. Thank you so much, Deirdre. And I love getting all of the comments about answered prayer. You know, we say those prayers out of the love of our heart. We just, as a family, we lift each other and we lift our loved ones up and anyone else that we know that's struggling. So when we hear back words like that, yeah, it made a difference. Yeah, I felt it. Yes, I'm doing better. Then it warms our heart. It gives us comfort and it gives us strength to keep moving forward. It's that momentum. You know, you do something, sometimes we do things and it's like, okay, am I making a difference? I actually asked that out loud a few months ago. I'm like, God, am I making a difference in the world? Is there anybody even listening? Is there anybody that understands the passion like I understand it? And yes, I know that every morning I come on here and you all understand it. You all know. You know where it's at. You know what we're doing here. You know that there's more to life than flesh and bones and getting up in the morning and having coffee and working and then going to bed and getting up and doing it all over again. There's so much more to life than just the human body and these experiences that we have together when we come together every morning, when we celebrate each other birthdays, anniversaries, happy events in our lives. That's it. That's the love that we share together. And that's what it's all about. It's not about what we're going to eat for dinner. It's not about I'm bored. It's really finding ourself. And we have found our family here. And I am so happy that we did. I'm so happy that we come together every morning. And thank you. Thank you to all of you who are giving the confirmations and sharing with us the good news. I appreciate it, Deirdre. Thank you for lifting my vibration today. Rick Morrow, good morning to you. Suzanne, good morning. I'm getting ready to head your way, girlfriend. It won't be long. Jennifer Langren, good morning, sweetheart. I miss you, Jen. I'm so glad I got to see you in Florida and share lunch with you before I left. Gabby says, the Outback children filled my heart this morning. They are so children of the land. It's a really beautiful thing to be around. It is beautiful to be around our children. And right now, oh my goodness, if you have noticed right now, some of these children that are here, and when I say children, it can be anybody under 21, I consider children. But these children that are in our world right now, they're just amazing. They're so open. For years, for decades, we've talked about like the crystal children, the indigo children, the rainbow children, but these are different. These children that are in our world today, they're not even children. They're so high up spiritually and emotionally and mentally. Just sit and talk with a child today. Just sit down and have a conversation, and you're going to be so blown away because they know who they are. They haven't forgotten. They're not caught up in, what am I going to be when I grow up? They're caught up in what kind of world are we going to have when I grow up? They're more aware of the spirituality of themselves. They're more aware of the need to really have support and to support each other. So it's not surprising to me that some of these children that come in are the way they are, that they're so open, because we need that. They're here to teach us, they're here to show us things, and they're here to help remind us that we are magnificent. We are a spark of the divine. And so if we let them, they will show us, they will teach us, they will guide us, the adults, into how to help them and how to be there for them. So I am just loving the energy uh, that's happening in our world, the things that are happening. I got up this morning and it felt like the world had shifted. And I didn't want to get up. I wanted to just lay there and experience that shift. But then I knew that I couldn't do that all day. So I put on some Abraham, and I had to have Abraham telling me, this is a good day. And yeah, it is. It's a very, very good day. That's the attitude I go into every day with. There are some days where it's rainy or dreary or I'm tired, but there's still good days. We can still look at them and create what we want. We create our days the way we want them to be, not the way the outside world tells us that it's going to be. All right, Linda Lemieux, good morning, darling. Naz on Periscope, good morning to you. And Sally says, there are the times the sun turns red as soon as it kisses the water. I love both sunsets and sunrises over the big lake. Ooh, a sunrise would be amazing also. That's my passion. I love sunrises. And the sunrises over the ocean in Florida, that was one of the special times that I will take with me forever, because there's nothing like just that sun breaking through the darkness and just seeing the rays of it as it comes up. And let's see what else. Gabby says, our beautiful Sharon Boyle needs lifting up. She is unwell and looking after the kids who are unwell. So let's definitely remember Sharon, Zoe, and Elizabeth. and lift them up high today. And Suzanne says, I'm very excited. I am too, Suzanne. I'm so excited to get to be with you in person. That's going to be so amazing. Hi, Lillian from Norway. Thank you for being here this morning, and I hope you're doing well, honey. We've all been praying for you to feel better, and we're lifting you up. And Lily, I was looking yesterday, you had posted a picture, I guess it was a memory of you from 10 years ago. Wow, girlfriend, absolutely stunning. And that's you on the inside, Lily. Do you see that? Do you see that your beauty on the inside matches that beauty on the outside? You are just absolutely beautiful. And thank you for being part of our family. Thank you that I've known you for all these years. And I remember when we first met, I said I felt I was going to be right there where you're at in Norway. And I really still feel that way. And I see it happening. I see it more possible now. Gabby, what are we saying here? Talking about the children, unless they're glued to a screen. Sadly, I see that a lot also, totally missing out on what's going on around them. Yeah, it's like everything else in the world. You know, there are light workers who are working diligently to bring more light into the world. And then there are those who are not awake yet, who are still staring at their computer screens or their TVs, and not realizing that there's more than that, that there's more out there. So let's lift all of them up. Absolutely. And Suzanne says the pictures were stunning. Oh, I'm telling you, I've never seen a sunset like that. And it was red for a long time before it actually set. We were able to see that beauty of it and knew what was going to go on. And Sally is saying, Gabby, I feel like we were supposed to talk. Yeah, absolutely. You two need to talk. You need to get together. Okay, and Jean Lorio, there's our girl in Texas. Good morning, Jean. Happy Tuesday. Okay. What else we got? Erica, happy. Erica, I'm going to be seeing you soon also, and I'm so excited about that. Yes, Lily, we are going to meet in person. I'm going to be there in Norway. And Deirdre says, yes, that sunset was spectacular. I wish you'd been here, Deirdre. I know you would have enjoyed it. It was so amazing. We had, I think it was 9 people that were there together. Yeah, there were 9 of us. And then more people started watching and gathering around. And then we had the animals that came to play in the water. There was a dog that was just beautiful. And then we had the children that came and started laughing. And there were locals, I think, that lived there at the lake that were watching from a distance, probably trying to figure out what the heck are they doing. But I feel like everyone was drawn to the energy of what was happening because it was so intense, and everybody there felt the intensity of the I was trying to say the ocean, the lake responding to us. And actually, as it was explained, it was an ocean. It was considered an ocean of water, but it's fresh water. And the rocks that are there, what did I do with my rock? I don't know where I put it now, but Sally gave me a rock. There it is. This is called a lightning rock. Can you see it? And maybe, Sally, you can type in about the lightning rocks and give us a little bit of information, or you can come downstairs and explain it. But she gave me one of these that she had found, and she was collecting these. That was one of the things she wanted to do while she was there. So this rock is coming with me to the next land blessing to activate the stone that's going to be left in Pennsylvania. So every place I go, and this was message coming from Sally, that this is what the angels want us to do, that every time now that we do a land blessing, there's going to be a stone or some item from the prior one that is going to connect, and that will keep the connection going as we go along. Hi, darling.
Gosh,
Good
no face at all, so I'm sorry if I scare you guys.
Do I have a face on? No.
Okay, the lightning stones are, lightning actually strikes them. And when striking these certain stones, it happens to infuse a line of quartz in them. And the bigger the line is, the more you can see the sparkle of the quartz in it. They are absolutely so healing, so powerful, so strong. And I gathered about, gosh, I don't know, 20 or so last night for the shot. And I use one every week in my readings. The one I have, I wish I had it so I could show you. It was perfect. On one side, it has a sun. And if you turn the rock, it looks like a sunset. So it's either or. And this is all inlined in quartz. And then and it has a perfect place for my thumb. Fits it perfectly. So I just kind of put my thumb on it and rub it while I'm doing readings. And if you flip it over, on the other side, there's a heart infused in it. But you never know what you're going to get as far as the patterns go. And they're just a beautiful, beautiful, strong stone. And yeah, I love them. I love them.
So and that was the first heart that I saw when we were there.
Oh yeah.
That's the one you found with the heart in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're beautiful stones. I couldn't find any wish stones last night though. And those were the ones that I set out to look for. And a wish stone is actually a black stone that has a white line all the way around it, unbroken. It cannot be broken. That makes it a true wish stone. You can hold this stone and make your wishes and they come true. So yes, we have a lot of things in Lake Michigan and I love rock hunting.
Oh, Christina says the lightning hits the beach sand and creates this. I will find a link.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, Christina, and good morning.
Okay, I'm going to go finish.
All right. Well, they all loved on you. I love my Sally. And it is so cool, isn't it? I love this. And it feels amazing just to hold it. You can just feel that energy. And I'm one of those people that I can touch something and I get the energy of like what happened with that object. I feel the lightning. I feel all of that electric energy that went into this stone, into making it what it is. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. So this will come to Pennsylvania to connect the stone, whichever stone the angels pull out for Pennsylvania. This will connect the energy there to the energy of Michigan and anything in between. And then in Pennsylvania, there will be something show up. See, this is the beauty. I can't plan any of this. The angels already have this all played out. So I know that in Pennsylvania, there will be a stone or an object that will be used to activate the one in New York. So it's all just coming together so beautifully. And we got some just amazing, amazing messages last night. We got a lot of love. There was so much love that happened there. And after it was over, we even had some people show up that had heard it was taking place and they wanted to be there. And they had missed the land blessing, but they still got to come in and get hugs and love and share their energy with us. So wherever I go, if you're anywhere close by, if you can be there live for that, it is such an amazing experience. And Sally, every time you start typing, I talk about it. Awesome. And yes, I will definitely have something to bring to Long Island, Erica. I'm not sure what it will be yet, but there definitely will be something. And Rick Morrow, good morning, sweetie. And yes, it is so amazing. Okay, so go scrolling back up because I think I missed something. Oh, yeah. Sally, just before she left, she found a rock in the shape of angel wings. That rock will stay in the angel mobile as I travel around. And then right after that, I found one in the shape of a heart. So I have the angel and the heart in rock form that I will be bringing around with me. So this is twice now that somebody or Carrie found the heart stone for me, and then I found the shape of the one in the shape of a heart as I was there. Just everything is working so perfectly by the angels. I can't plan it. I'm not even trying to plan it. I am just going with the flow. I am just showing up, suiting up and showing up and suited up the angel mobile. Do you all love her signs that are on her? I look at that and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And as I travel around the country, I know that it's going to get more attention now. And I think there will be more questions from people as I pull into gas stations and rest areas. There's going to be a lot of more information that I'll be able to hand out to people and let them know to join in with us in this desire to bring more peace into our world. All righty, so what else we got? Lily Ann. Okay, so you're having problems with your sinuses, painful and hard to sleep. You can't take the medicine from the doctor. You're too sensitive to all medicine. Yeah, I know. It's so hard to be in constant pain, that chronic pain of anything. And I'm hoping that acupuncture will help you. Usually working with the meridians, whether you're working with acupressure or acupuncture or tapping, that will start the energy flowing and it should really help you a lot. Okay, so there's a new medicine called sinus Brett, and Suzanne is familiar with it and says it works well. So Lily, I hope that does help you. And I also hope that the acupuncture helps you. I've I've only done acupuncture one time in my life and I was bleeding afterwards, so I haven't tried it again. I think I'm the only person in the world, let me tell you, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to Teri Angel. So I do the tapping and I do acupressure, but hopefully, Lily, there's going to be some relief for you. Let's see, Gabby says, I've had chronic sinus for years. I use over the counter sinus specific medication or from a supermarket or a flush. Have have to try that. Not pleasant, but cleans them out. I was also told by an energy worker that I wasn't seeing something that spirit wanted me to see. So they made it physical, and that was true. Yeah, any pain you can connect back into emotions or spiritual and let that energy come forward as far as what it is and release it, and that'll release the pain. But when it's a chronic pain, sometimes it's so ingrained in there that it takes a while for it to clear out. So try those methods, try the acupuncture, and I would love to see you out of pain, Lily. I've known you for years, and I know that it's just something I want you free of. We want freedom for you. We want freedom for all of us, don't we? We can feel that every night when we do the chanting, when we do Om Gangana Pataye Namaha. That's the obstacle remover. And we break through barriers. And after we do that chant, there is such a sense of freedom. Just letting life be, letting ourselves be in the moment. And that's the other thing. If we can stay in the moment, stay in that now, then we don't look back and we don't regurgitate all the things that have happened to us. We just stay present and we just can set our intentions and move forward with that positive mindset, letting everything else just be what it is. It happened, it was there, but we're not there anymore. We don't live in our past. And Gabby, you're on daily steroid nasal treatment and you don't use anything anymore. Beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that, Gabby. And I just love your energy. So I know you've done a lot of releasing. I know you've done a lot of the inner work to get you to where you are now. Sally says, I think the seagulls on the water last night when the sun was going down was kind of unusual for us here. But usually the seagulls come one or two at a time. There were a lot of them last night. Yeah, surrounding the area. But I think their resting on the water was because they were picking up the healing vibrations that were going through the water as if in currents. There was a message. Oh, I got chills just reading that message. There was a message that the angels gave to Christina last night, and she told me after the land blessing that she felt and she heard that something had been activated by us doing that right there on that spot. That there was an activation that happened that was deep and that was traveling. So the water was taking what we did and sending out the message. I feel it sent out the message to the other Great Lakes, that it was had that resounding effect where it's just telling them, this is how it is. Let's bring this peace. Let's bring forward an essence of peace to this land, to this world. And the water nymphs, I could feel them. And the sylphs were just really beautiful in the sky. Sally saw her dragon up in the sky. And oh my gosh, it was just so amazing. I turned around as we were leaving. I just turned around for another glance at the spot where the stone had been placed, just to tell the elementals and anything that was surrounding the energy that was there, to tell them to please keep it protected, to keep it safe. And I saw something that I hadn't seen, and it was a stump that was upright, and there was a clear face. And as I looked at it, I had to take pictures of it to blow it up and really see it good because it was a little up on the hill. And others that looked at it saw it, and it was like, that was the guardian. There's a guardian standing there, where right in the spot where it was chosen for us to bury that stone. And that guardian is not going to let anything happen on that land or anything happen to the stone that was placed there. So it's going to remain intact. And I've heard that message every land blessing. I have heard the message. It will stay intact. It won't be dug up. It will remain where it's at to continue that healing going into the land, going forward. So I am so happy that I got that message to just turn around and see that it's being guarded. Suzanne says, I only watched a little video clip you posted at the beginning. Did you see the orb floating around in the front, or was that a light effect? Okay, well, I'll have to look at that. And Gabby says, I saw two dragons behind you in the trees while you were doing the blessing. Gabby, I'll show you the picture of the guardian. I'll post that today because it was quite amazing. It was a different color than the other branches and stumps that were there, and it was standing so tall, and you can see that there is a face on it. It almost looks like a totem, like somebody had drawn the face on there, but I know that it was all natural. And so that guardian will help us. It's going to help carry that essence of peace into the water every day. It's going to help that energy go. And okay, so I read that one. This has been such an amazing journey. And I know my time here is coming close to being done, but I will always carry this in my heart as such a special time here in this area. All of it, from the beauty of the trees. The leaves are starting to show a little color, so I like that. And I know probably as I come into Pennsylvania, it will be more and more of the autumn change. Today is the first day of autumn. So hello and welcome to autumn and any of those leaf changes. I love seeing the colorful leaves. So Suzanne, maybe you can share if that's happening where you're at there in Pennsylvania. And then as I go on into New York, I have a feeling I'm going to see more and more as I head that way. And I haven't seen Carol Ann on this morning. I was going to find out about Maryland and see if I'm going to be visiting there before I head west. But right now, that's the game plan. And that's what the angels have shown me so far as what's going to be happening after I leave here. Pennsylvania will be the next stop, and there will be a land blessing for sure. And yes, Gabby, I will send that to you in a private message as well, so you can see that, and then I'll post it into the group. I've got lots of pictures to post. I have to find my little gadget to take them off of my camera because I wanted to get some really good quality pictures with the camera of that area. And this is all going in a book. There's going to be an ebook so I can show all the pictures, but there's also going to be a printed book of this whole journey. And it's called My Soul's Footprint. And we are making a print out in the world. We're making an impact. It's we, it's not me. It's what we are doing as a group, as a family. It's our journey. And I'm so happy that you all are along for the ride, that you're right there in the car with me. And Deirdre, I loved your comment yesterday as I shared that we were eating lunch at Applebee's, and she says, bring some fries to the back seat. So yeah, everywhere we go, you're going to be involved in each part of the journey. Whatever we do, you're going to be right there with us. Okay, so Sally says, Gabby, my beautiful dragon appeared last night to join us as the sun was setting. The tree nymph was amazing. Yeah, it really was. And Christina says, Gabby, funny you say that. One woman that showed up later started talking about how a dragon had come to her in her dreams and he was burning away negativity. I love that. And Suzanne says, yes, the leaves are starting to change a bit. Yeah, as we were driving to the lake last night, I saw some color. I saw some yellows and some reds. Yes, I can't wait to see Pennsylvania and see the beauty opening up there. And Jean Loriot says you can feel the energy that is being released in every cell in your being. There have been dragons at every one of the land blessings. Gabby, I feel all the elementals are in so much joy, and I love it. They are. They are in so much joy that we are doing this. The elementals protect the land, and they protect that top layer of earth. So that's what they're so really enthralled about with this whole journey. I just feel them communicating with each other. There's like this line of communication. You know, the trees communicate through their roots. The elementals communicate with each other through the land. So as the tour is going and progressing, they already have the elementals in place for the next one. Those they know that we're going to be there. They've already chosen the exact spot where we're going to be in Pennsylvania. I have no clue. I don't know where it's going to be, but I know it's going to be special. And I know that whatever happens there is going to be brilliant. There's going to be all those elements that show up. They have been at every land blessing. So I'm excited to find it. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like, all right, angels, where did you hide it? Let me go find it. So we are going to Pennsylvania and already pour your energy in there, pour your intention over that state, and continue every day to pray for these that we have touched so far. For Tennessee, Kentucky, Michigan, there's been an opening now, an activation of the energy here, and it's starting to move. I can feel it. I felt it this morning when I woke up. I knew that it had moved. So that shift has begun. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on. Gabby replied to Sally, it would have been such a beautiful space to be in. little jealous. Oh, you're all here. You are here. And that's why I want to record each one so that you all can feel the energy of what happened there. And Gabby says, I wish the gnomes would communicate with the weeds in my yard a little more. Well, I think you and Tony are on board with that for sure. So Tony did some mowing yesterday. I love the smell of the fresh grass when it's mowed. Ah, can't talk this morning. And Erica, where in Pennsylvania? Well, I'm definitely going to be in State College, Pennsylvania. I'm stopping to see Deb Goldberg and probably spend a day or so with her. And I want to see Suzanne. And I apologize, Suzanne, I can't remember the name of the town that you're in, but maybe you can type that into the comments. And Erica, do you want to come to Pennsylvania and do the land blessing there with me? That would be really amazing. Anybody that wants to gather around while we're doing it. I was talking last night that, every time that it's happened, it's grown. I started out with one person being there with me in Tennessee. In Kentucky, there were 4 of us at the land blessing. And last night we started with 9, and then there were more as it grew, as people came around. I don't even know what we ended up with, but I feel like that's going to happen going forward as well. That at each one, and I always put this out, anything that I do, whether I'm teaching a class, talking online, doing something, an angel circle or whatever, I always say, whoever is supposed to be there will be there. They will show up because they'll get that message. The angels are going to make sure of that. You get the message to come and you come. So I just have a feeling that they're bringing people to these land blessings for their energy to go into the ground with those stones. So I'm loving the whole progress of this. I knew it was going to be huge when I got this message years ago that there was something like this that was going to happen. I just didn't know what it looked like. And now it's like that movie has started, and I'm so excited for the next scene to happen and just have all the memory of what's happened before from the very beginning and see it progress throughout the movie. Good morning, James Gomez on Periscope. Thank you for joining in. And Suzanne is in Royersford, close to Valley Forge. So Erica, I don't know how far you are from there, but it would be awesome to have some of you come to Pennsylvania and do that land blessing as well. Prachetta, our dear darling Prachetta, good morning. I think it's evening for you where you are, and namaste. And yes, James, when I get onto Periscope, I will definitely follow you back and see your energy there. Good morning, see Megan Michael. See, it was such an awesome time to spend with you on your show, and thank you for that. Thank you for putting out the word of what's going on. And I hope you caught that land blessing that was done yesterday. Oh, James, you're in Texas. I'll be coming to Texas. I'm coming to El Paso, Texas, where our dear Jean Lorio is. And Prachetta says it was a beautiful land blessing. It was absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, when I walked into the area, I knew exactly where it was going to be. There was that tree stump caught my attention immediately. And I started walking over to it. I saw that it was like a sideways peace sign with the 2 branches coming out from it. And then all around it, there were other stumps that had the peace sign. So it was encircled in peace. And it was just calling and saying, right here, let's do this peace thing together. So now that energy is going out from that area. And let's start typing in any prayer requests. I just looked at the time. So James on Periscope is asking what this is all about. Well, this show is all about our Angelic River family who came together during the pandemic, during the lockdown, and decided that we just needed a community of like-minded people that could gather. And we gather every morning. Every morning we come together and talk about what's going on. And then we share our burdens and lift up each other in prayer. Gabby says, last week I was trying to like your comments or reply, and it kept coming up as EWN. Yeah, sometimes that happens. It depends on where we're streaming and where you're at. If you're a host on Enlightened World, then sometimes instead of your name showing up, the EWN shows up. Christina says, an amazing amount of downloads happening, amazing stuff. It really is, Christina, and you're really opening up to it and receiving those downloads and that information. C says, you're glowing, Teri. I'm very excited for your journey. Thank you, honey. I'm so excited about this. Excited that it's happening and being in the energy of it. And today is I believe, the 11th day of the journey, because I started out on the 11th and today's the 22nd. So this is day 11, a very magical number. And Sally says, I think Gabby needs to come to the center to teach us about dragons. It would be amazing. It really would be, Gabby. Are you getting that message? The dragons are going to bring you here. Okay, C says, you were an amazing guest. It was my pleasure. I've not seen the land blessing yet, but we'll watch the replay. Awesome. This was the third one, and they've all been spectacular. Jean says, I would sign up for Gabby's dragon class. Yes, yes. All right, so we're getting some prayers in. Lily Ann says, prayers for myself that this pain is stopping and my sinuses become normal again. Prayers for my family, for all of you here, for our journey, for Mother Earth, and for all in need around the world. Absolutely. Prachetta is asking about my nephew, Brian. Brian's struggling. He is struggling, and I know Billy was on. I'm pretty sure she's still listening. So, Billy, if there's any change or anything that we need to know as we lift Brian up, please type that in and let us know. Suzanne, Pennsylvania needs the blessing big time. Eagles are getting crushed, sucking the life out of everyone. That's our football team. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I was getting a little worried there for a minute. Yeah, let's lift up each state as we go and see the connecting energy going from state to state as we travel through. And I know that after the states are done, it's going to India will be the next step, and starting to take this international as we go around the world to do the land blessings. And I know there is a lot of energy going into manifesting that group trip to India. And I would love to lead us over there and have us all gathered for a land blessing in India. Have us all go together to see the Dalai Lama. And he spoke yesterday. It was the International Day of Peace. And I just love listening to him. I love his humor. And some people don't get his humor, but I do. I understand it very well. We have to laugh. If we can't laugh at situations and laugh at ourselves, then what do we have? We have to lighten up. And I'm so glad that we have a Dalai Lama that understands that understands the importance of our light spirit. So absolutely, let's get that group going, and let's go give the Dalai Lama some love. Let's give him some laughter and peace, and let him know what we're doing to bring more peace on earth. All right, so what else we got? Lily, I have photos of a lot of dragons on the sky over my house. Dragons and angels, Lily, they come to you all the time in those clouds. And Gabby, you'll have to be careful what you say. I don't think so, Gabby. I don't think there's a filter there, girlfriend. And let's see, Suzanne, prayers for my family and my son-in-law, please, for healing and his work situation to resolve. Yeah, absolutely, Suzanne. We're praying for that. And right, see, the 11th day on the 22nd, isn't that powerful? These angels, wow, they planned this whole thing. They planned it so long ago. This isn't new. This isn't something that just all of a sudden one day it was like, okay, go now. It has been in the works, and they plotted out every bit of it. All I have to do is, like I said, go on that scavenger hunt and know intuitively where the next stop is going to be. Gabby says, I'm in. Yes, I have a great big black guy arrived last week. He can bring me in. That dragon will absolutely bring you here. I feel that. I feel you here in Michigan and in the States. I feel you so prevalent in that angel mobile as I travel around, Gabby. You're right there. And I know the dragons are helping it to move forward. The gas mileage is unbelievably good. And I know that all of that is just in place and it's happening. And thank you for being along on the journey. Deirdre is asking prayers for anyone suffering now and world peace, of course. Prachetta, lots and lots of prayers of gratitude from my dearest darling fairy Teri, ma'am. Thanks so much for being there in our lives. Happy prayers of good health for Tony, Wendy, Stacy, Shantae, and beautiful Hope. Prayers of abundance, happiness, and peace for Tracy, David, Prachir, Neil, and my soul sister Sally. Lots and lots of love. And C says prayers for my sweet boy who is experiencing allergic symptoms. Yes, pause the pup. We're going to lift paws up. And Gabby says, so weird, I can't see that comment of Sally's. What is going on? Well, let's do an Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha and break through whatever that block is. Definitely. And C says, I would love to see the Dalai Lama. I love him. I have loved him for so many years. And I knew the very first time that I saw and heard the Dalai Lama, I knew that I was going to meet him one day. I knew it in my heart. And I'm so ready to just sit with him. He doesn't even have to say anything. He can just sit there and I will be getting that message from him of love and peace and joy. That's what that man exudes every day is love, peace, and joy. So yes, let's go. Let's go wrap ourselves in his energy. And Gabby says, prayers for our Sharon Boyle, also for Gaia and her elementals. And I'm in for the India tour. Yeah, absolutely. And comets go crazy. Comments go crazy. Yeah, they do. They scroll really fast. And Deirdre says, remember when you started Cuppa Joy? You said this would be something big. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely it is. I feel it in my heart, and it is. Every time I do that land blessing, my heart just expands. It gets bigger and bigger with the energy. Sally says, prayers for my family right here within our group. Yes. And yes, Prachetta, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Let's get Sally and Gabby connected and break through whatever that barrier is that they can't see each other because you two have a big mission. I feel that. I feel it in my heart. So let's go into our prayer time and let's really, really connect in right now with this energy of peace. As you go into your heart and you breathe in there, it activates your knowledge that you are spirit. It lets you see who you are and why you're here. You're shown your mission, you're shown your path when you connect in your heart center. So breathe that deep breath in. Do the connection with your brain and your head. And let the heart and the brain just talk. Let the heart share what the words are going to be that come out of your mouth. Let your heart guide you to the people for you to connect with. Let it guide you to the places you're supposed to go, whether that's physically or emotionally and mentally. So let's take another deep connecting breath in, and let's connect together with everyone here in the family, everyone that's gathered around. Let's put all of our hearts together, lifting our energies forward, seeing what's happening with the journey that we're all on, seeing what's happening with peace in our world, how the elementals are helping us so much with this journey, how the angels have it all plotted out and guided. And let's connect in now, a really deep breath, and connect and go straight to source energy. And it's just envision sitting with God, hearing the words that are coming in through these powerful downloads, these intuitive messages that we're receiving so that we know what our journey is. We know what we're supposed to say, when to say it, who to talk to, who to co-create with, and this great collaboration that's going on with all of us here at the Angelic River family. It is such a beautiful thing to be right in the middle of it all, right in the heart of it. And we are a metaphor for what's happening in the world as people join our hearts together, as we collaborate, and we all get on board with the same mission. We all have that same desire for all beings everywhere to be free of suffering, for all beings everywhere to be happy and healthy and free, free of all limits, free of all constraints, free of the illusion of the separation. We are one, and I want us all to feel into that oneness today. We may look a little different in these human suits that we put on, but that's only for us to experience the contrast. The only purpose of being here is to learn and grow and experience what true love is all about. So let's do that. Let's really feel that love for each other, that unconditional love. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. We just love you. We welcome everyone into our arms, into this family. And you're so welcome to come in to share your burdens, to share your love, and to join us in this mission, this huge mission of bringing peace forward in our world, of ending any strife, any struggles. And that includes this virus, that includes the coronavirus and any other illness that we're suffering from, those who are suffering from emotional illness, those who are hurting physically. We want the end to all of that. And as we pour our energy forward every day, we lift up anyone who is hurting, anyone who's in need of a word, a kind word. So let's give gratitude to each other for being here. Gratitude for loving each other. Let's lift up these prayer requests, each one that was mentioned, each one that maybe you're still holding in your heart and you haven't typed those words or spoken those words. Let's lift up our extended family, all of your children, your children's children, your friends, anyone in your community where you live, anyone in the country that you're in, and anyone in the world. Let every inhabitant of this world feel this love right now. Just feel it going out and falling over you like a blanket. And now let's do our individual love. Just hold one person, hold somebody so tight, and just tell that person, I love you. I may not even know you, but I love you because my spirit knows you. You are me and I am you, and I love you. And then let's do our heart telephone, heart to heart. I'm going to see your comments. And we're going to go into our heart centers and we're going to envision this circle and envision our world and the angels and the elementals. See the dragon that's right here in the middle of us. That dragon just kind of plopped down right in the center of our circle and is sending love to each one of us. So hold the hand of the person on each side of you. And at the count of 3, we're going to say thank you, to give some gratitude. And then we're going to say, I love you, and saying it from your heart. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Just reading your comments. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing, wonderful, beautiful day, and share with somebody some love, even if it's just a smile. Your smile shows love. And if you have a mask on, that smile shows through your eyes. So let it shine. Let your light shine today. Accept, align, allow, because everything is working perfectly. I'm missing our Marietta. Don't know where she's at today, but we're going to send her love, and sending love out to those who weren't here this morning. Love you all so much. And Gabby says that dragon in the middle is a little attention seeker. That's the truth. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. Many, many blessings. And I see the words to take us out of here. We always end it with these words because that word, namaste, says, I see you, I acknowledge you. The spirit in me recognizes, loves, and honors the spirit in you. So thank you for typing it in, and namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody.